Hey, I'm Charting Man Dan. If you like this video, I encourage you to check out our website, TheChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis, learning, and education, where we broadcast live market coverage every morning, provide live chart consultation, and point out key levels on your favorite plays in our community chat room. Why not check out our free trial and join the best technical analysis community on. Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan here, going over a trade review I made from last week. Didn't make a lot of trades as we had all the volatility, lots of questions and activity. Didn't have the focus I wanted to devote to making my own trades, but one that I did make was SUNE, and that trade was made on January 7th. So this is what the chart looked like going up into that day. So we were looking at a low from this big volatile day, a high on that bounce, a higher low, and a lower high. So a tightening channel. I was anticipating support to be found off of the middle Bollinger Band or the 50-day moving average. And clearly SUNE had very bad news, hit the market on the next day and caused a very big dump. But there was opportunity to be had there. One thing I was looking at were some support levels. We had the low of the second consolidation, and that was at 483, 484. And the next level I was looking at from there, I knew that the low on that big drop was 446. So let's now look at the 5-minute chart and see how the trade shaped up for that day. So here's the 5-minute chart for SUNE. We can see pre-market, we got above some major moving average support. We held that, and then leading up into the open, we had a very big dump. The price went from, let's see here, 567 at 8:10 a.m., and then at 9:10 a.m. we were down to 475, so almost $1 loss. Big drop. The RSI hit down at 15. We saw a bounce heading up into the open. We were rejected from the 8-period exponential moving average, pulled back, very big volume dump, and on this candlestick here, the RSI was back at 19 again. So anytime the RSI is under 30, we're scouting for a potential bounce to set up. And so what I saw happen here was a low of 446, and that lined up exactly with the low that we saw on that daily chart that I just went over on that big drop day that we did bounce off of. So 446 was a level of support. I saw that hold this candlestick. The low of the next candlestick was 449, so it looked like there was some nice support to be found there. And I made my entry at 452 on this candlestick. I liked this entry because of that clear support. We bounced off of it to the penny, and knowing that my entry at 452, I would be able to place my stop loss at 445 and risk $70 on the trade. I got in with 1,000 shares, so put my stop loss in right away, and knew that the most I could risk was $70 plus commission. So from there, on that candlestick, we saw a move up to 476. As we started moving up on that bounce, I quickly placed my sell limit order at, let's see, 473, and that was so that I would make a $200 gain when factoring in commission. And the risk, $70, reward $200, almost 200% more reward than risk. Always want to have, my ideal scenario is risking $100 in a trade. I want to have $200 upside before we encounter some key resistance. So we bounced nicely. I was in and out within a matter of minutes and avoided the further downfall that SUNE did end up seeing that day. We can see we dropped all the way down to below $4. Clearly a bloodbath that day, but being able to just get in and out really quickly, I had my game plan set and I executed it. Held shares for a few minutes and walked away with a profit to start the day of 200. And once you have a number you're satisfied with to start the day, it makes a little bit more lenient in terms of what you can trade from there. So I might be a little bit more comfortable risking, say, $150 on the next stop loss if I know that I'm already up 200 on the day. Obviously, you don't want to get too lax and give those gains back, but it's a nice comfort and a cushion to work with for the rest of the day. So that's the quick trade I worked with on SUNE. Hopefully you could get some insight from this information utilizing the 5-minute chart combined with the daily chart. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you all in the chat room.